Prepare for Nerdgasm.
Hello YouTube, this is Jerry. I've posted quite a few other videos on my computer setup, so today I thought I would post a picture of my projector setup that I have in my bedroom. I'm being quiet because my son's sleeping in the room right next door. But the setup that I currently have, I just got a new projector. It's a 1080p 120 hertz made by LG. I think it's a CF-181. Honestly, I don't remember the model right off the top of my head. But the screen is the next thing to go. I just picked up a Screen Innovations Black Diamond 1.4 gain screen. The Black Diamond screens just blew me away. I saw demos of them on YouTube, and today I'm going to find out if they're worth the money. But just phenomenal demos, and especially in rooms that don't have good light control like this one. I have a ceiling light, and I've got lamps on both nightstands. So, and then my bed. I figured what better room to put the projector in than the bedroom, because you can just kick back and play Xbox. Right here I got Forza 4 up on the screen. I figured I'd use the Ford GT as my baseline image. That way I can see how much better the contrast is when I just swap out the screen. I'm literally not going to turn off the projector during this demo. I'm going to leave the same exact scene projected while I take the screen down and put the other screen up and build it. But to kind of give you an idea of the viewing angle of my current screen, I mean, I can go literally right to the edge. That's not really a necessity. The screen that I have right now I actually built myself. It's made out of Joanne Fabrics blackout cloth, stretched around an improvised frame that I built from I think it's 1x2s or 1x4s. I think it's 1x4s I got from Home Depot, and I wrapped them in a black velvet material. I just spray glued it. It actually turned out really good. I was pretty proud of myself for creating such a uniform and good screen. But definitely I think I put it together for like 50 bucks. So the screen I'm replacing it with today, the Screen Innovations, the Black Diamond screen, I think it was about 2,500 shipped from Projector people, and they said it'd take like a month, and honestly it was here in like a week, so they must be ahead of schedule on building these screens. But let me go ahead and shut off the camera, and I'll get some video of the new screen and try to get some pictures of putting it together best I can. I'm kind of a one-man show today, so we'll see how much video I can actually get. But I'm more interested in just showing what the quality of the picture is. The video is being taken on an old Flip Video HD Ultra, so well, it's not the best quality video ever, but then again I'm probably uploading it to YouTube, so it's I think the brightness and the contrast here should still show through pretty good. I'll also take some high-res pictures and post them on a forum, maybe like AV Science or something like that at some point. But I just kind of wanted to get a video showing the angle of view, you know, going down low, going down high, kind of give you an idea of the material. It's actually pretty rough. It's the blackout fabric. You can definitely, if you get up close, you can see every single little stitch and every single hole, and you can see lint. Probably can't pick it up on the camera, but there's like, you know, little lint balls and broken threads, and when you get up close you can actually see it's pretty much absolute crap quality. And here I am projecting 1080p at it, and you know, I don't really notice from sitting way back here in my bed, but I have a feeling that the new screen is really gonna show a huge improvement. At least I hope it does for the money. We'll find out. Alright, this is the box that it came in. It's pretty long, not terribly heavy. Alright, I just opened up the box. Looks like everything's in here wrapped on a tube, and all the framework runs through the center of the tube, and the material's wrapped on the outside and covered in bubble wrap. It looks like they do a really good job packaging this thing. So hopefully it's not banged up at all from transport. See if I can get the numbers. It's the 92-inch BD 1.4. It's exactly what I wanted. And then we got the warning here. I better slow down and read the directions. And of course, don't use a blade, or you'll end up with scraps of fabric. Very expensive fabric. Alright, I'm going to yard it out of there. Alright, I got it out of the box. and got the bubble wrap off of it. Looks like there's still more protective covering, but it looks like it comes with a box of hardware, easy care screen cleaner. Didn't say anything about coming with a screen cleaner. This thing actually kind of looks cool. It looks like you just spray it on and wipe with it. And it came with directions. So I'm going to take my time assembling this screen because I can't afford to mess it up because I can't get another one. Let's see what's in the hardware box here. So it looks like it came with a bunch of rubber bands for tensioning the screen. Came with a pair of gloves, I'm guessing for touching the screen material, and some drywall screws. Those are some giant drywall screws. And it looks like these are the brackets holding the screen together. These are incredibly heavy. Feels like they're made out of a really heavy steel. And then these must be to secure it to the wall. And it came with a extra screw just in case one was lost in the brackets. Oh, never mind. There is one lost. Looks like it just fell out in transport. Looks like my old wall hanging system isn't going to fly anymore. I literally had a picture hanger on the wall, like one of those little things you'd use for hanging like a family portrait, and I had that entire giant screen I built just dangling from it. So this will be a lot more secure. So now I won't have to, like, you know, fix the screen every time like wind blows by it and moves it. Okay, I opened up the roll because I wanted to see the fabric, and the first thing I noticed is it's very, very thick. I wouldn't even consider it a fabric. It might be the plastic protective coating on it, but no, it's very thin. This is just incredibly thick. Like you can see when you push on it and bend it, it's like plastic. It's a very dark gray. It's hard to tell on the camera because the light, any light reflecting directly at it, like above me, reflects back very brightly, as you can see here, which is really, really cool. But then you come down where the light isn't directly lighting on it, and it's like completely dark, almost black. It's a really interesting material. Alright, well, I'm going to finish unrolling this, and then I'm going to assemble the frame. Alright, I got the rails unpacked now. Looks like they have their little SI logo along the bottom of the screen. And a diamond. I'll take the protective covering off after I built it. The frames are of ridiculously high quality, and they're actually really heavy. I'm surprised at how heavy the framing is. If you flip it over, you can see it's all aluminum, and the tensioners are in a little guide track, it looks like, that's adjustable. But it honestly looks like a very, very high-end picture frame. Something you'd easily spend several $100s on just for the frame. And then the velvet that they have on is incredibly thick and plush. I'm going to have to clean it up once I'm done building it because it looks like it's picking up everything off the carpet. And I didn't vacuum first because I didn't want to wake up my son. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and lay these out and assemble them now. Okay, so now they want me to insert these brackets and the small guy here. This is definitely something you want to take your time with. Now they're in place, and this is line it up with the bigger one. Boy, being a one-man cameraman's hard here. And then push them together. Just like that. And it says to leave them loose when you put them together, because you have to take two diagonal measurements and make sure that they're identical before you tighten them down to ensure that everything's 90 degrees. Alright, I'm going to put in the rest and tighten them down. Okay, so the frame's assembled. It says no zoom out, so I can't get back any further than this. But I've got the old screen in front of the new screen. Or I should say the frame in front of the new screen, since I don't have the fabric on it yet. And yes, I know it's upside down. So The new screen, I think, is about 2 inches larger than the old screen. And the black frame is definitely a lot thicker. I'd say almost double, if not double. Alright, well I'm going to make sure it's all squared up, tighten everything down, and then I'm going to start putting the fabric on. Alright, so everything's tightened down now. Now they've got these little stickers that just hold the tensioner mount points together so they're not sliding around and shipping. And I guess scaring the FedEx driver. You just pop these out. That's easier to do when you got 2 hands. I would not recommend the screen for the one-handed individual. Alright, and then once you do that, these can just slide in the groove. It's actually a really cool mounting solution. Alright, everything's ready. It's time to bust out the fabric. Alright, time to unroll the screen fabric. The back's actually really like crazy. It's like super sparkly. So to attach these little tensioners, you just slip it through the hole and then over one of the pegs. I've already done a couple of them. And you got to go back and forth for every other one and then do the same thing with the sides. So there's going to be a lot of getting up and moving around. Alright, so I've got the screen all tensioned down. I recommend buying your screen from Magnolia or something because that's a pain in the ass. I lost count. I don't even know how many of these tensioners. But, well, sounds like my son's awake. Alright, well now I can be loud. So each one of these you have to crisscross, go there, do one, go there, do one, go to that side, do one, and you go back and forth until they're all tensioned and they're all straight. So, looks like it's all together, so I'm going to go ahead and tilt it up and see what it looks like. And then I'm going to go work on mounting the brackets on the wall so I can actually get this hung. Alright, so it's all assembled. I still got the protective layer on it. I'm not taking that off till I get it on the wall. But this screen is really interesting. The fabric's definitely thick and the tensioners pull it like just dead smooth. I can already tell a huge difference from my old screen just by how the fabric's sitting. And the frame is crazy heavy duty, like I was saying before. Alright, well, time to get this in the room and mount it on the wall. I got the test pattern of the projector up on the wall to help me make the measurements because you got to put the brackets 32 to 36 inches apart for this particular size screen. So I already made the marks on the wall, but here's the bracket that came with it. And these sit flush on the wall, and it looks like they've got some adjustment to them, so you can move them around and tension them to get the screen just perfect. But if you look, they just go right up under the lip right here to completely flush mount it with the wall. That's pretty cool. So you just put the screen up there. It's a pretty tight fit, and that way it's all nice and flush. And that way you can move it back and forth if you need to. You can loosen the screws and move it up and down to get it just right. So hopefully it doesn't take me too many times to get this right because I'm getting tired. This video might be really short, but I've been at this for a while. Alright, I finished installing the screen. Here's some of the aftermath. So, I've got the lamp on my stand from the previous picture. And I got the projector going. And I got the worst possible light source you can imagine. Like a 100-watt bulb, literally on the ceiling right in front of the projector. Just a little bit over the top of the screen. And then the screen. It's actually phenomenal. It's actually an amazing difference. I'm still kind of shocked. I don't know if the camera's really picking it up, but I have a lot of light in this room. The lamp is affecting the screen just a little bit, coming in from the side, but it's a pretty bright light source. But it's like daytime in here. This is as much light as you can have on in this room. And looking at the car, I can still see all the black on the wheels, the shadows, everything's really well defined. On the other screen, when everything was on in the room, it literally just washed out everything. I mean, it was still a bright projector, so it overcame it, but you had no contrast. Now I've got lots of contrast. I have the projector on the same settings. I haven't done anything, at least not consciously or where. I left everything on. I just came in and put the screen back up and turned on the test pattern. But no, it looks phenomenal. And when you turn the lights off, it's absolutely just stunning. I do notice a little bit of a loss in brightness over my homemade screen, which is something that I wasn't expecting, which means that my screen that I made must have somehow been producing a higher gain. But when you turn the lights out, everything changes. The blacks are just absolutely amazing. There's still some ambient light reflected in the room, as you can see, which I really wasn't expecting, because if you look at all the demos for the SI screen, you see it's like it basically blacks out everything. It's actually a lot less light than before. It was definitely a lot brighter in here with the projector running before, but it still reflects some light. But then again, I'm also using the projector that puts out like some serious lumens. So, but this looks phenomenal. It looks like a plasma screen television. And the viewing angle is a little bizarre. Like off here on the side, I don't know if the camera really illustrates this, but off to the side, it's probably about half as bright as it is when you're directly in line with the screen, which for me is fine, because if I'm sitting in bed, I'm actually directly in line. But if I come over here and get right in front of the screen, it just absolutely pops. The detail is amazing. The screen fabric is remarkably smooth. Let's see if we can get some focus here. But this is Forza 4 Auto Vista. Just looking at the Ford GT. I'm sure I probably have some focusing issues. I probably have to focus the projector a little bit more. Now that I have a nice screen, I can have somebody assist me while I'm up close enough to notice the difference. But it looks razor sharp from back laying in the bed. Well, I'm completely satisfied. That was a worthwhile investment. Now, granted, I'm no screen expert. I don't have the only screens I've ever had is a painted wall, my own homemade screen, and then somehow I just skipped a bunch of levels and decided, oh, what the hell, I'll go get this black diamond screen that was like very expensive compared to a lot of other alternatives. But I can't speak for those, but man, if they look half as good as this, it's worth the investment. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a homemade screen. I got by with one for a long time, but now that I've actually seen a real screen, I don't think I'll ever be able to go back. This is actually pretty phenomenal. The thing I noticed the most is just how dark it is. It's hard to illustrate with the camera. It looks pretty bright through the lens, but this area down here, this is actually, to me, the way I perceive it with my eye right now, that's actually really, really dark. It's, you know, you can tell that there's light there, but it's almost void. It's just slightly gray. Let me back out of here. And the screens are very dark in between. Like, see, the screen is completely black right now. So, well, not completely. There's text and stuff on there. But the corners, they're just completely darked out. Before, I could clearly see, like, the white fabric was illuminated by the projector. And now it's like I'm having a hard time telling just where the border of the screen is. In the room, all the light's gone. The room's like pitch black now. Which before, even when I was on these intermission screens, the room was still lit up. Not as much, but you could still see everything. So, I'd have to say it's a heck of a breakthrough. There's a reason why they're charging so much for their screens. It's because they know they're going to get it. It's that good. All right, well, I'll stop babbling about it. I hope this helps some people make some decisions on screen buying, or at least, you know, answer some of their questions. I see a lot of SI videos for the Black Diamond, but they're all from the company. I haven't seen one yet, just from a random customer that just decided to go and buy one. My projector, like I said in some of the other segments, it's just a LG CF, I think 181. I think it's like 1800 or 2000 lumens or something like that. 1080p projector. I mean, it's pretty decent reviews for its class, but I mean, it's not like a theater grade projector or anything. And I'll tell you right now, it is putting out an image that is just amazing. I'm sure this flip video isn't even, like, I can tell just by looking at the screen, it's not even remotely doing this justice. But hopefully when you compare it to some of the videos I took of the other screen, it'll give some contrast between them. But let me go ahead and flip on the overhead light, which is a pretty powerful light. We'll bring it up. And if you looking through the camera, I can see that yellowish light from the lens up here on the screen through the camera, but through my eye I can't see it. Honestly, the picture looks almost as good as it did with the lights out. Like in the picture, I can see right here it looks hazy, like you can see the light from the overhead, but I can't. With my eye I can't. So I don't really know why the camera picks it up and I don't, but sitting right here front and center in front of the screen, I can tell you right now I cannot see any of the light off the screen. So, but cameras have a tendency to pick up stuff humans don't, like infrared and things like that. But no, I can tell you right now, there is no way to do this justice with a camera. You should go to a projector store, that deals in SI screens and see if they've got one on display, because honestly, nothing you look at on the internet. I mean, I'm surprised that the SI folks were even able to make a video of their screens to really illustrate them as good as they did. They must have had some good equipment and some good filters and some good lighting, because my camera obviously isn't picking it up the way that I'm seeing it. So, but anyways, phenomenal. If you've got the money, go buy it. If not, I hear the Firehawk is just as good. Some people think it's even better, cheaper alternative. But if you have a homemade screen, I definitely recommend spending the money to get something professional like this, just so you can get that comparison and contrast, because you certainly won't be disappointed. Alright, well, I'm going to do minimal editing on this, so I apologize for all the clips that appear to be in like random orders and me saying I'm going to do one thing but showing another, but I'm pretty much going to paste these all in the Movie Maker and just let them run together, slap some credits on it, and call it good and upload it so that you guys can enjoy it, and I can start playing Forza instead of spending my time on the computer. Alright, well, this is Jerry. This is my bedroom projector setup, and if you want to play me some Battlefield 3 or Forza Motorsport, add me to your friends list. My gamer tag is Barnacules. That's Barnacules. And I'll see you on Xbox Live. Bye.
Hey guys, thanks for watching this throwback video. This was some footage I had about a year ago, and I went ahead and edited it in the new format and uploaded, because YouTube somehow deleted the old video I had uploaded, which is a shame, because that thing had several thousand views. But now that I know that it's missing, I went ahead and edited together a new one and uploaded it for your enjoyment. If you found this video useful, go ahead and give me a like, and hey, even give me a subscribe if you're into technology. I have about 70 videos posted when I put this one up, so lots to choose from, guys. Go ahead and check out my playlists too. You might have a laugh or two. Alright, take it easy. Hope you had a nerdgasm, and until next time.